no drum. Told that boy you gotta pay for some. I sit on no throne, you ain't taking none. You bragging on past, I make for fun. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Sadiddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. You know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad, ain't stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. I ain't keeping up with what you saying on the internet. I ain't keeping up with the news. When I get that daily paper, stop playing me. Pap.
Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, so you gon' see. Yeah, God power from my head and my feet. Yeah. Colossal. What I say is gospel. I cook this with love. They gon' eat it up.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They go play action. Mayfield. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devon Hamilton. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They go play action now. Lawrence. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
A give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play fake, Mayfield. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Mo Alley-Cox, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He's going to let it go again. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that would turn into a long touchdown.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Up the middle, here's Taylor. he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point. The Colts at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Mayfield now. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now ETN to start the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. So that a 56-yard punt with a 14-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield hits his target to tight end Mo Alley-Cox. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Through one quarter, 14-7. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they got it with a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
On 3rd down, Lawrence looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Zaire Franklin. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. So they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ballgame, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done.
This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And that one blown up quickly. As he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence going up top. That's caught at the 25. A big play that time for Jacksonville. 64 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that will cut the lead down to 15.
29. Jaguars 14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Offense at the line and set to go. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, the last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking for Campbell downfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Mayfield on 4th down. He's going to take another shot here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to pound that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They go play action with Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. That's Connor. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a little bit of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good hit.
And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. And he is into the end zone, so they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. Looking for Campbell downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Lawrence from his end zone. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Here's Lawrence. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get more life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On second and very short, Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Lawrence on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jags' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 76 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Hey, alert 33.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And he'll find Pittman. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there for Andy. 46 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
A give for Taylor running right side. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 26 yards. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really key to cover those receivers. All they do is blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They're a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
Had no command that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence, able to shake him off. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from their front.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Lawrence. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Kwity Paye able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hurry!
They run once more with Taylor. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Mayfield. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've got their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Slot man moves right. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This will be fielded at the 17. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
I'm ready.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another first and 10. Lawrence will throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Again on second and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one incomplete. I couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be on for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
To throw again is Lawrence. He'll get that underneath ETN. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Lawrence to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on second and 6, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Kyle Pitts. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
It's complete, but he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
The Colts take over first down 10
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football. Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Run.
On third down, Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, a 22.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself.
Touchdown! A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have taken a fourth quarter lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
Little salt, little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up. Because Frank Reich, at Maryland in college, did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Hey, 133.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Running left, Taylor. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Mayfield. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Regular. Hey, alert.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
5-yard gain on the play. That's another first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So this one comes down to the right foot of Sam Sloman. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Hoosier State will celebrate tonight as the Colts have won it. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Colts, they boost their...
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible.